That's 2022, Raghunatha. Sri Radhe and Her Manjaris, we're discussing verse 66 by Srimati and Srimati Radharani. And Manjari is, Tulsi Manjari is praying, when I feel great happiness in my heart, when I see Yashoda making Radharani sit down to eat with her Sakhis, to eat Krishna's remnants. So we're discussing a point of commentary about how Priya Radharani binds Priyatam Krishna. The Shastras and the saints, they glorify Radharani with names like Radhika and Gandharvika. Why? Because these names, Radhika and Gandharvika, define Radharani's real position. Because Radharani worships Krishna by fulfilling his desires, the Shastras have called her Radhika. The best ingredient for worshiping Krishna is prema. So Krishna is best worshipped with love. And Radharani is a praying devata. One who knows how to serve Krishna like Radharani, no one knows how to serve Krishna like Radharani does. And because Radharani does not has no connection with anything else but loving Krishna. That's pretty nice life. No connection with anything else but loving and pleasing Krishna. That's the ideal. Radharani is the ideal bhakta and the ideal worship of Krishna. So we're worshiping Radharani and trying to become Radha-like. The bondage of emotions is called prema. He quotes, Anantas Babaji quotes Ujanilmani, where they define the definition of prema. What is Krishna prema? What is Radharani's love for Krishna? It's a bondage of emotions between a loving couple that is never destroyed, although there may be good reasons to break up. This feeling, it does not come from one side, it comes from both sides. Radharani feels that Krishna is worthy to be rejected. That's more likely situation. But she doesn't reject him. And Krishna, when in times of craziness, feels that Radharani is worthy to be rejected, but he doesn't. I don't know what reason he could use, but sometimes he feels like that. So, Radharani is the embodiment of prema, and the meeting with love of Krishna. Wait a second. And again, meeting with the love Krishna feels for Radharani. In other words, Radhika loves Krishna completely, and Krishna surrenders to Radha's service. How does Krishna serve Radharani? Even Krishna is a servant. We say, Jivara Surupaya Krishna Nityadas. The Jivas are servants of Krishna. Krishna is also a servant. He's a servant. Jiva means life. We say Jiva means Jiva, means a living being. Is a Jiva. So Jivara Surupaya, the constitutional definition of every Jiva is a Krishna Das. So Krishna himself was the origin of all the Krishna Dasas. What's that all about? He's also a servant. He's a servant of his devotee. It's such a beautiful tattva. God serves the devotee serves Krishna. Means what's being said here, because service means bhakti, bhakti means love, love means prema. It means prema is serving prema. There's Prem Vishai and Prem Ashray. Prem Ashray is the devotee, and the Prem Vishai, the object of Prem is Vishai, the Prem Vishai is Krishna, and the reservoir and shelter of Prem Ashray is the devotee. So Prem is serving Prem. This is Krishna, and this is the spiritual world. Because Radhika loves Krishna completely, Krishna surrenders to Radha's service. How does Krishna serve Radharani? He paints red black to her foot soles. Maybe some other Sakhi is doing that seva, and Krishna looks at that Sakhi. He says, Sakhi, can I take your service? And she said, first she said, I know. This is my seva. My Guru's Agya, my Guru ordered me to do a seva. Then the Sakhi looks at Radharani and goes, that one of the Indian kind of looks, move your head sort of way. Let him do it, let him try. But keep an eye on him. So the Sakhi, okay, you go ahead. So he's getting so nervous. And the Manjari's keeping quiet because Krishna's doing a very bad job. It's all zigzaggy lines, it's not even, it doesn't look very nice. But the Manjari's quiet because Radharani wishes that Krishna face her feet. And then Radharani, what are you doing? Hey, Sakhi, take over, get out, show me you're no good, get out of here. So he fails his first attempt, his examination for seva, he fails the test. Then he tries to put tilak on Radharani's forehead. Again he fails. He tries to massage her feet, and he's a little successful with that. But somehow he pinches her feet so she kicks him in the forehead. And he gets red mark on his forehead. It's describing Gita Govinda. Dehi Padapalam Udaramatavam. So, Radharani can order Krishna to serve because she's showing a type of bhava, a type of prema called Swadhina Bharchika. It means an independent, controlling lady love. I'm the boss. So, men like that sometimes. Not too much. Occasionally they like to be bossed around by the wife or lover or whatever. At the end of the night, the Sakhis are asking Krishna, why did you mess up our Priya Sakhi's clothes and ornaments? Put them back where they were. So Sham humbly dresses Radharani. And then when Krishna's dressing Radharani after the eating pastimes, then the gopis make fun of him. They chastise him. But he likes to chastise him very much. It makes Krishna more happy than any other service. He likes to get yelled at, chastised. Unusual personality. So that was the idea about how Radharani binds Priyatam Krishna. There's one other point here in this commentary on verse 66. How Radharani's prem is devoid of awe and reverence. In Radharani's eyes and Radharani's heart, Krishna is not SPOG. Right? Krishna is not Pamo SPOG. Pamo, you know Pamo? Please accept my humble obeisance as SPOG, Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's my Pranabandhu. Mara Saka, Mara Putra, Mara Pranapati. It's a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. The coward boys think he's not a big man, he's not God, he's just another coward boy like us. He's my Mara Bandhu, he's my friend. And Mara Putra, he's my son. But Yashoda, he's God, he's Paramama, he's Parameshwar. What? As soon as the lightning comes, the rainy season, he runs in bed, jumps between me and Nanda Maharaj. Oh, save me, protect me. So how is he Bhagavan? He's Bhagavan. People were telling you, your son is Bhagavan. Bhagavan, he eats with his left hand, he eats with his right hand. What kind of Bhagavan eats with his left hand and right hand? It's Bhagavan, Bandharavan. Van means possess, Bandhar means monkey. Bandharavan means possesses the qualities of monkey. Monkeys eat with two hands. Bhagavan means opulence, power, strength, Vaikuntha Nath Narayan. He's not Bhagavan, he's Bhagavan. He possesses the qualities of being an enjoyer. So, how is Radha's prema devoid of any awe and reverence? The sweetness of Krishna is manifest, a wonderful sweetness on Radharani's face, and also each part of her limbs. The smile on Radha's face, the glances from her eyes. Radha's natural glance is full of waves of love for Krishna. Srimati's acts of devotion are very sweet in the eyes of Shyam. With her own hands, Swami draws a picture of Shyam inside the kunj. The Radharani is in the kunj, and she's drawn a picture of Krishna, and she's looking at it. And Krishna enters the kunj and sees her looking at his picture. And Krishna's and Radha's thinking, somehow I spent my days holding your picture to my heart. Now you have come here. Will I not accept you? Come, Shyam, please come. Thus, through the connection of prema, the color of love comes gushing out. Radhika sees a flower on a high in a branch of a tree, so she stretches up her arms to catch that flower to give it to Krishna. She doesn't say anything, but when she stretches up like that, that says a lot. in the mind of Krishna, you can figure out what that's about. She Radharani stretching and Krishna, very nice. Guy's not good. She's not saying anything, but she's speaking by showing her beautiful form in that way. Prema becomes tasteful because of mutual love around Krishna. Radharani is best known as the embodiment of love for Krishna. Krishna prema bhavita yara chitendriya kaya. Radharani's body, her senses and mind are all made of love for Krishna. That's why we say, Mahabhav Swarupini Radharani. Radharani makes Priyatam melt. The relationship is, oh wait a second, yeah, so the relationship around Krishna is completely free from awe and reverence. It's natural, it's spontaneous, it's pure, it's transcendental. The embodiment of love for Krishna is colored by Krishna's love. In other words, Radharani is the embodiment, she's praying Swarupini Radharani, and she's colored by Krishna's love. And love paints the heart, praying paints the heart of Radharani, and praying paints the heart of Krishna. And those two paintings become very beautiful. It's called Yugal Sarup. One day, Radharani is picking flowers in Vrindavan, and Krishna comes there dressed as a Mali, a garland-making girl. Shyly, Radhika walks away. She covers her head with her blue, and covers her chest with her blue veil. She says, I'm a princess. I'm a high-class girl. How can a girl like me stand in front of you? Mali is a low-class person by social hierarchy. Radharani is a princess, her father is a king, King Vrishabhanu. Radharani's, although she's covered her head and her upper limbs and arms, etc., with her thin blue cloth, still all her shapes of all her bodily limbs are shining through the thin cloth, and Shyam's eyes are enjoying the sweetness of Radharani's body. Naughty boy. Radharani is called Radha. Tulsi Manjari is beside herself with ecstasy, seeing Radha and Krishna interact like this. These are sweet little meditations to show you how Radharani's prema is devoid of all awe and reverence. She can order Krishna, and they interact intimately like best of friends. There's no high or low, there's no formality. It's just love. So you just had a group, their motto is just love. Nice stuff. So this is 667. Radharani still not the ground. Alinga nena shirasa parichumbanena snehavalokana varena chikanchanakshi gosteshaya navavidum eva lalyamanam tvam prekshikim ridi mahotsavam antayeshe. Tulsi Manjari says, O Kanchanakshi Radharani, when will I feel a great festival of joy in my heart when I see you being fondled by Yashoda, who embraces you, kisses your head, and lovingly stares at you as if you are her newly married daughter-in-law. That's an amazing idea. That's a really idea. Raghunatha Das sees another transcendental Leela before his eyes. He's relishing how sweet Mother Yashoda fondles Radharani. After Radharani eats Krishna's remnants, she takes a little rest. Then Ma calls Radharani and Tulsi. And then Ma calls her and Tulsi. Who's Ma? Sure. Yeah, but it says Ma calls him and brings him to Yashoda. You have to figure out Ma Rohini, anyways. Anyway, Yashoda tightly embraces Radharani, kisses her head, smells her forehead, etc. Again and again, Mother Yashoda holds Radharani's chin and looks in her eyes, floating in her own loving tears. This is an amazing world we're hearing about. It's a non-envious world, non-competition, no competition there, no envy, no bigger love. It's a world of prema, a world of purity, a world of emotions and unbelievable exchanges of love. Mothers and daughters, lovers and lovers, brothers and brothers. It's a very attractive and amazing reality that they live in. We're aspiring to attain that. There's one verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita. We don't worship Krishna, we don't worship Bhagavan, we worship the sweetness of Bhagavan. Madhurya Bhagavata Sar. It says, the essence of Bhagavan is sweetness. Jai Radhe. Jai Ho. He's from Mukrai Gan, Radharani's grandmother. So Bhagavat Madhurya Sar, the essence of Bhagavan is sweetness. What does Rupa Goswami say in that regard? Krishna is Rupa Madhurya, has a sweet body, Rupa Madhurya. Krishna is Vena Madhurya, he plays the sweet flute. Krishna is Leela Madhurya, he has sweet pastimes. And Prema Madhurya, his love is very sweet. That's clearly told the four distinctive qualities of Krishna based on rasa vichar. By tattva, by spiritual definition and spiritual shastra, Vedanta, etc., Narayan, Vishnu, Nrsimha, Ram, Krishna, they're all one type, they're all Bhagavad type. There's a difference in Ras. Krishna's Ras and his beauty is incomparable. Narayan, Nrsimha, Ram, they don't play a flute. They don't have loving pastimes. Not like Krishna's loving pastimes. And they don't have such sweet forms. Very rigid, powerful forms, ferocious forms. Krishna's. Dearly to Nayak, he's Tera Bhagavan. He's red and he's cute. So, she said, Yashoda says, with a choked voice, "Oh my girl, my whole life is dark. Please don't forget to come here every day and cook for my son." Radhika may be respectful to Mother Yashoda. However, Radha's control over Yashoda's son is complete. Nobody can deal so freely with Krishna as Radha can. Radha has no fears or worries about stepping on Krishna's feet. That's so funny. There's a whole pastime about that. Let me finish, I'll tell you. Radharani is not afraid or worried about stepping on Krishna's feet. Because of her supreme love for Krishna, she can do anything she wants with Krishna, whenever she likes. You got a free pass. She even puts her feet on Krishna's chest and on his head if she likes. When will I see that, says Krishna's Kaviraj. So in Rasa dance, there's two main gopis. Who are the two main gopis? Chandravali and Radharani. They're the two main gopis. But the bhav of Chandravali is Tvadiya bhav. Krishna, I am yours. The bhav of Radharani is Madhya bhav. You are mine. Krishna, you are mine. That's why my ring says Radha. I have a ring on my finger, it's called signet ring, it says R-A-D-H-I. Chandravali doesn't have such a ring. Her name is too long anyway. Too many letters, you can't fit that on a ring. You have to have 5 rings with one word, you know. Radha. So she's controlling the situation. She's controlling the situation. So when you're dancing in Rasa dance, Chandravali, she says, I belong to Krishna. I have to be very careful that I don't step on Krishna's feet when I'm dancing. When you're dancing, you don't know where your feet are going, you know. They're just moving in their own way. Sometimes they step on each other, one foot steps on the other foot, or steps on some other guy's foot, or whatever. You know, it's just this wild dancing, you know. Like Tandra Nitya. So Chandravali is very careful. She's looking at her feet when she's dancing. So she's not really fully present there. Her attention is diverted to her feet. I don't want to step on Krishna's feet because I belong to him, but if I'm not behave myself, he'll throw me away. Radharani, she's not worried about anything. She steps all over Krishna, kicks him in the knee or whatever. Doesn't matter. Because he says, Krishna's mine, he's not going anywhere. Then if I kick him, the other one, if I kick him, Krishna will leave me, run away. So that's why it says that Krishna can step on his feet because Chandravali and Shaibya and Padma can never do that. They don't dare to do that. They're afraid to do that. They're very careful not to do that. So this section we read describes how Radharani fully controls Krishna. Let's see what else we got here. Radha Radha's deceit-free love. That's an interesting kind of love. It's not available in this world. Love without deceit, cheating. It's described here. Das Goswami, identifying his Manjaris through, he's feeling suffering, he's suffering in his heart because he feels separation from Radharani. Now this is an interesting idea. Das Goswami desires to see Radharani. Why? For her pleasure or for Radharani's pleasure? What's the answer? How you desire to see your lover, is it for your pleasure or his pleasure? Now you just answer, I want to see my lover for my pleasure, because I see him, he's a good-looking guy, you know. It makes you feel excited, feel happy, my eyes go, ooh, my heart goes, boom, boom. But it's not that way in Manjari Bhav. Tulsi Manjari desires to see Radharani just for Radharani's pleasure. How so? Well, Radharani sees her maidservant and says, oh, here comes her maidservant, she's going to serve me. She's going to please me, she's going to bring Krishna to me, and bring me to Krishna. So this is nice, very nice. Different idea, different way of thinking, different way of feeling. He desires to see Radharani for Radharani's pleasure, only to serve her, not to enjoy Radharani, and not for his own happiness. That's pretty rare. There's a verse in Antila Chaitanya Charitamrita where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in Radha Bhav, and he's commenting on the last sloka of Shikshastakam in Chaitanya Charitamrita Antila chapter 20. Ashra Shiva Paratam Benashtamam Adarshana Mamatam Krotava Yatatava Vedanta Labatam Pranatasya Senabra. Lord Chaitanya, absorbed in Radha's Mahabhav, he says, if Krishna finds happiness by making me unhappy, I accept that unhappiness as the greatest source of my happiness. In other words, if Krishna becomes happy by making me miserable and cry and break my heart and break my butt and break my back and really make me unhappy and disappoint me and cheat me, but if that makes him happy, okay, good, I'm happy by that. Can you conceive of such a mentality? Can you conceive of such a broad and vast heart? Impossible. That shows the complete extent of Radharani's attachment and loving submission and dedication to Krishna Bhagavan. Inconceivable. If he finds happiness in making me distressed and anxiety and unhappiness, that distress and anxiety and unhappiness I go through and experience at his hands is the greatest source of my happiness. This is transcendental, this is Lokik, this is not of this world. That's why you have to read these books over and over again to understand what is going on, how they think, how they feel, and try to expand our heart to accommodate such transcendental feelings. And try to expand our mind to understand and perceive and accept such transcendental ideas and outlooks and thinking, that we become qualified to enter that realm. You have to become fire to enter fire, he said. If you're not fire, you can't enter fire. You go to fire, you get burned out. We have to become pure, we have to become transcendental, we have to become spiritual to enter the pure, transcendental, spiritual atmosphere. So that's not a matter of physical purity, it's a matter of heart purity and mind purity, which the greatest way to become pure is to fill your heart and mind with love. So how do you fill your heart and mind with love? By reading about love day and night, day and night, day and night. And serving love day and night, day and night. And trying to distribute love day and night. day and night. So, there is no deceitfulness in a pure loving heart, and this love is most pure and broad. When the sadhaka follows the footsteps of Krishna's Brijvasi devotees, like Das Goswami, like Rupa Goswami, Stan Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, etc., the rays of moon of Rag Bhakti will be reflected in the devotee's crystal clear heart. Then love will be free from deceit. Outside of Braj, all the different forms of love of God are more or less mixed with feelings of awe and reverence. That's an interesting idea. All the different kinds of love, Narayan Prem, Vishnu Prem, Ram Prem, they're all mixed with awe and reverence, which means some type of deceit. Some separation, some distance, some formality. That's not the fullest expression of pure love. And love is called mamata, it's called pranaya. Pranaya is a symptom of love, where your pran, the lover's pran are one pran, there's no separation, there's no awe and reverence. Like Radharani steps on Krishna's feet, but even in the step down, transformed love of Chandravali, there's some awe and reverence. I'm afraid to step on Krishna's feet. Even in Vrindavan, Madhuri Rati. So the Parkiya Baba Radharani and Mahababa Radharani, Madanaki Mahababa, the supreme form of transcendental pure, Nirmal Vishuddha Prem, as we heard the other day. Nirmal Vishuddha Prem. It's Nirmal, which means no dirt, Mal means dirt, and it's transcendentally pure. Radharani's love. Even in the Leela of Lord Chaitanya, there's so much awe and reverence. For example, in Krishna Leela, Raghunatha Roy is Vishaka Saki. So Vishaka is a Saki, intimate girlfriend of Radharani. So in Mahaprabhu Leela, Raghunatha Roy should be a Saka, have a fraternal love, a friendly love, like a brother with Mahaprabhu. But we don't see that in the Leela description. Because when Raghunatha Roy, when Raghunatha Roy met Lord Chaitanya is Radha Bhav. So it's just like Radharani meeting Krishna. Radharani meeting Vishaka. But that's not the case. When they met on the bank of the Godavari River, their mutual love arose. But Raghunatha Roy could not take Mahaprabhu to his home. So they talked many intimate subjects in Madhya Lila Chapter 8, Ramananda Samvad. But when it came time to eat meals or to rest or sleep, they had to go separate ways. Why? So their friendship was interrupted by awe and reverence. What is awe and reverence? You're a Mishra Brahmin, Digvijay Pandit, and I'm a Kayas. I'm a low-class Kayas governor of this region. I'm a politician. And I don't have the adhikar, I don't have the qualification or purity or legal right to offer food from my hand or to cook for you or to serve you. So you have to go and stay with the house of a Brahmin. So we stay with Venkata Bhatta and all Gopal Bhatta and all this. So they talked about intimate subjects like Radha and Krishna, Mahaprabhu, but when it came to Maryada means behavior and conduct, all strict line was drawn, all kinds of awe and reverence. Oh, you must be hungry. You're talking all day, I'm hungry. I can't feed you. You go there and eat. I'll eat. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay. So you have to have some broad mind when you read Shastra, otherwise you get it all becomes kitschy. You can't see what the difference is. And it's explained here in Madhya Lila Chapter 8. Raghunatha Roy says straight away in Bengali, Ka tumi sekshat Ishwar Narayan, Ka mui Rajeshri Sudra Dhamma. What does that mean? Raghunatha Roy says, "Hey Mahaprabhu, you're directly Ishwar Narayan. Who am I? I'm a Raj Sevi. I'm serving the kingdom. I'm a low person, Adama, and I'm Sudra. I'm a Sudra. You're a Brahmin, you're God, you're Bhagavan, I'm a Sudra." The Vedas forbid you to touch me. Both in form and nature, you have all the qualities of Bhagavan. So this is some Aishwarya, some odd reverence in Mahaprabhu Leela. Mahaprabhu Leela is considered Parishishta Leela. Mahaprabhu Leela is called Parishishta Leela, which means addendum Leela. It's an appendix to Vrindavan. Because Krishna wanted to experience Radharani's love and the sweetness of her love and the happiness she feels by serving Krishna. Three desires Krishna had, so he became Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu Leela is an appendix to Braj Leela. But it's not the same. Mahaprabhu Leela is, sometimes people say, Navadvip equals Vrindavan. It's bogus. It's not true at all. Navadvip doesn't equal Vrindavan. Not in Ras, not in Tava. How is Navadvip equal to Vrindavan? In what way? Hardly any way. Vrindavan Krishna is a coward boy, and Navadvip is a Brahmin, different Varna. He takes care of cows, he reads Shastra. There's no parallel. People wrongly say, Navadvip and Vrindavan are one. It's not like it at all. Where's the oneness? Lord Chaitanya takes cows out every morning? No. Plays flute? No. Dances with gopis? No. There's no parallel at all. Sometimes you go to Brickman and say, this is Radhika and this is Radhika. It's not Radhika, Radhika's here. They take you around Gaur-mandala and say, this is Kusum Sarovar, this is Giriraj, all this. That's not in Shastra, it's not in Chaitanya Bhagavat. That's produced by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. That's his idea. 1910 or something. But ancient Shastras said, Vrindavan is Vrindavan, Navadvip is Navadvip. There are two parallel Leelas, two different Leelas going on. One is to help you get into Vrindavan. What is Lord Chaitanya's Leela? If you study Lord Chaitanya's Leela, he's always meditating Braj Leela. You read Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Charitamrita, he said, Lord Chaitanya is always in Braj Leela. He swings with Gadadhar Pandit on a swing, and Swarup starts singing Juan Bhajans of Vrindavan Leela, Radha and Krishna, and Gadadhar enters into Radha Bhav, and Chaitanya enters into Krishna Bhav, and they enjoy Juan Leela as in Radha and Krishna. Gaur Gadadhar become Radha and Krishna. Like in our yoga pit, we have Gaur Gadadhar sitting together on asana. But some other lines, like in the yoga pit, they have Chaitanya, Nityananda, Gauranga all together as team Prabhus. My Guru said, how is it possible? The Radha Krishna or Gaur Gadadhar. So Gaur Gadadhar in the yoga pit. So our line worships like this. This is correct. Gaur Gadadhar in the center, and on the right-hand side of Chaitanya is Nityananda. On the left-hand side of Chaitanya is Advaita, aside from Gadadhar. The worship is done to Gauranga, Nityananda, Advaita, and then prasad is given to Gadadhar and Srivastava. So this is yoga meditation. But everything has to be in order. So he's saying, the point is being made here, that Radha's love is deceit-free love. And there's no awe, because there's no awe and reverence in Radha's love, no awe and reverence in Vrindavan Leela. But even in the Parishishta Leela Mahaprabhu, which is an appendix Leela to Vrindavan Leela, there's awe and reverence, cited for an example of the Ramananda Mahaprabhu Milan meeting. So now he switches back to show the familiarity of friends. He showed the friendship of Ramananda Roy with Mahaprabhu, so much formality and all reverence Maryada. Now he shows the friendship in Vrindavan. But Krishna's friends in Vrindavan, they eat food out of his mouth. Krishna's taking around school, this is nice sandwich. Oh, yeah, it's great. Thank you. They take Subal takes right out of Krishna's mouth. You think Jai Vijay can go to Narayan when he's eating chub and bug? Take a pakora out of his mouth? Even Lakshmi, for that matter. You see all these paintings of Russian artists, Krishna putting a red skull in Radharani's mouth, and Radharani putting the gloves in Krishna's mouth. They're exchanging. You see paintings like this. You ever see Lakshmi putting a sweet in Radharani's mouth? Never. He puts on a gold plate. He goes, here, okay, your hand's dirty. Don't touch my mouth. The rest of it is something different. Krishna's friends in Braj, they take the food out of his mouth and eat it. They know it must be good. If it passed Krishna's inspection, it must be good. If Krishna ate it and didn't spit it out, still eat it, this one's good. This must be better than mine. So they take it right out of his mouth and get the Krishna Adara Amrita. Adara means lips and Amrita means nectar. Nectar of Radharani's lips. Radha Adara Amritam. Krishna Adara Amritam. What's the name for Jagannath?
Raghunatha.
Pretty smart girl. Got all the answers. She's pretty smart. And Puri, what do they call Jagannath? You ever see Jagannath Murti? What color lips does he have?
Red.
Yeah, red. Big, bright red. And they call him Raktadara. Means red lips. They call him Kaliya, means black man. Hey, Kaliya! They don't call him Jagannath, Purushottam Shedra. They call him, hey, Kaliya, you missed that. They tell it like that. You may be surprised to know, in Rath Yatra, there's an ancient book of paintings, Russian style paintings, and it's all pornography. It's all pictures of dancing girls from heavenly planets, and they're all like not too much dressed by the wind, so to speak. And they're dancing and looking real cool. They have a bunch of paintings. So when Jagannath comes out for Rath Yatra, before the Rath Yatra starts, the driver, the Sarati, has that book of paintings, and he shows it to Jagannath. Shows one. Oh, wow. It's like an auto mechanic shop. Auto mechanic shop. They have posters on the wall. Playboy magazine, centerfold Playboy magazine. All the mechanics work. Oh yeah. So Jagannath, before he starts the Rath Yatra, he has to get in the mood. Because why? He's running away from his wife. So he's running away from his wife. His wife is Lakshmi Devi, Bhimala Devi is a former Lakshmi. She's in the Sri Mandir, and he's taking a ride. He's hopping on his sports car and run away. He's convertible. He got the top down, he's going for a ride. So he's showing these things. And they talk to him in Korean and they say, oh, how about this one, Jagannath? Like this? Look at this one. The guy looks at it. You like this one, Jagannath? How about this one? They have 10, 15 paintings. Did you know that? So ISKCON should start this. Engage all our Russian artists. Russian artists have to make 25 naked paintings. This is part of the tradition at Rath Yatra. So don't make application become Vajraya and Puri now. Check out this really wild guy. He's really cool. Try Jagannath. So there's not even a smell of unreverence in Vrindavan. If one doesn't follow the Vrishvasis, if one doesn't follow the Vrishvasis, his bhakti will be full of Aishwarya Gyan. Feelings mixed that God is Krishna's God. If you look at Tattva, spiritual reality, spiritual truth, Krishna is the non-dual Parabrahman, Supreme Personality of God, and etc., etc. Radharani is Swayam Bhagavati, Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. That's Tattva. But what we know is the rasa side. Krishna is Radha's Pranabandhu. Pranabandha means my heart friend. Pra means heart, bandha means friend. He's my heart friend. What's the time now?
4.
I thought so. Jai Jai Sri Radhe Shyam.